Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as I show you how to divide sea holly. So let's go. Sea holly, also known as Eryngium, is a perennial here where I live in New Hampshire Zone 5B. It's a plant that's actually very easy to propagate a number of ways. One way is through seeds, and I've made videos showing my process on how to collect sea holly seeds as well as how to winter sow those seeds. I'll put links to those videos down in the description below. Today's video is going to focus on how to propagate the plant through division. Sea holly has a very large taproot, and many times with plants that have taproots, it's recommended not to divide them. However, I've tried it myself and I've had success dividing sea holly, which is why I wanted to show you my process for doing it. The best times to divide sea holly are either in the early spring or late summer months. We've had some really hot temperatures here in New Hampshire. Today is the first of many days where it's going to be either in the 70 or 80 degree Fahrenheit range. It's a perfect time to divide this plant. I'm just going to go ahead and remove any mulch that I have at the base of the plant. Since the plant has a large taproot, I'm going to use a large shovel. And when it comes to digging, I don't want to dig right at the base of the plant. I want to dig a little bit away from the base, just so I'm taking as much of the root as I can. I can come on the other side of the plant and dig from here as well. And now I can lift out my plant. I want you to look at the roots. You can see that they're quite long, and this is what they refer to as a taproot. And you might have a piece that's much longer than this. And all I'm going to do is just pull this apart. And by pulling it apart, we're basically dividing our plant. And even a small piece like this can come off of this bigger plant. So I'm just going to use some hand pruners that I have, and I can cut at the bottom here. And even these two pieces can be pulled apart. With these two pieces here, I can come in with my hand pruners and cut right here. And we just turned that one large plant into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. You could take these 6 plants and plant them directly out in your landscape. If you were to do that, you just want to make sure that the roots are beneath soil level, but the crown, which is where the roots end and where the base of the plant begins, you want to make sure that the crown is above soil level. The other thing that's good to do is to remove a lot of the leaves. You want the plant to put its energy into producing more roots. As long as you leave a couple of leaves behind, the plant can still photosynthesize, but it does not need all of these leaves. It's better to remove most of them. And this is a perfect example. Look at all the leaves there. The plant does not need all of the leaves. What it will end up doing actually is it will continue putting out new leaves from the base here. So what we're going to do is remove a majority of the leaves. I'm going to use my hand pruners and I'm going to go ahead and just cut off most of the leaves at the base. The plant will be fine. It actually is better to do this process. And I'm just going to leave behind some of the smaller leaves that are on here in the center. If the leaves that you cut off are disease-free, you can go ahead and put them in your compost pile. One thing that you could do at this point is you could cut off pieces of your root and you could propagate your sea holly with root cuttings. But that's not what we're going to do in this video. I just wanted to mention that. And see right here in the center, that's where it's going to be putting out new leaves. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to be potting up my sea holly because I don't know where I want to put them yet in my landscape. This is just potting mix mixed with compost that I made. The key is to make sure that this is well draining. In this case, the root is quite large. I could use a larger pot, but just for the next month, I'm going to put it in a smaller pot like this, and I can always pot it up when it gets a little larger. Now we can backfill. And I'm pressing down just to remove any air pockets that might be in here. And I just want to talk a little bit about sea holly while I'm potting the rest of these plants up. Sea holly is definitely a plant that's not very finicky. It prefers soil that's a little bit sandy, and it actually does well in soil that's not amended with too much fertilizer. It's a beautiful plant that does well in a full sun situation, and it blooms during the midsummer months. Over the next month, as this plant continues to grow and put its energy into the roots, I can check on it, and if I see the roots are starting to come out from the bottom here, at that time I can go ahead and pot these up into a larger pot. If you have this plant in your yard, what you might find happening is when it goes to seed, it drops its seeds and you end up with this plant everywhere. That is what happened to me actually in my yard. And it's not a bad problem to have because I have a plant nursery, I sell plants, and this is a very popular plant. A lot of people like to have it in their landscape. But if you find that you don't want to have that many plants all over the place, you can always deadhead your plant before it goes to seed. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you have ever propagated sea holly. And if so, how did you do it? Did you do it from seed, division, or maybe you even tried doing it with the roots by cutting the roots in pieces? I mentioned earlier that I'm planning to overwinter these down in my plant nursery. And what I like to do when I overwinter the plants is I actually like to heel the pots into the ground, which means taking the pot and burying the pot soil level so that just the top is exposed, but the rest of the pot is sunken into the ground. And when you think about it, it's almost like I've planted this in my landscape, but inside of a pot. And the reason I like to do that is because it just protects the roots during our cold winters that we have here in New Hampshire. And then next spring, when the plants start waking up, I can either sell the plants or I can put the plants out in my landscape. Plants are very forgiving. And this is a plant that I always thought I wasn't supposed to propagate it through division. So I experimented with it, and it definitely is sad initially when you dig it up and you do what I'm doing to it. But over time, it comes back, it bounces back even stronger, and it starts putting on new leaves in the center here. But I wanted to wait for the temperatures to cool down a little bit because I didn't want to put the plant under more shock than it's already going through right now. But I also wanted to do this process so that there's enough time for the plant to put on some roots before our cold weather sets in. Most perennials prefer to be divided every 3 to 5 years. So when it comes to your sea holly, if you've had it in the ground and it's getting larger and larger, you can always experiment and try doing this with a small section of it. It's healthier for the plant for it to be divided, and it gives you more plants that you can have in your landscape. And now we want to give our plants a drink of water. I'm going to keep my sea holly in the shade for a few days just so it can recover. After about 3 or 4 days, I can then start bringing the sea holly back out into the sun and preparing it for the winter. But like I mentioned, you can always divide your sea holly and just move it somewhere else in your yard. The big thing is make sure that you're doing it on a cloudy or a rainy day because the plant's undergoing a lot of stress. Remove those top leaves because you don't want the plant to be putting its energy into those leaves. The leaves are going to flop no matter what. You also want to make sure that you're giving your plant water. You don't need to overwater it. Just give it enough water so that it's putting energy into those roots. I hope you found this video helpful, and until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.